Mane fa na se ma PENDREAM TV de o se dem yopo.
Yo, abusia for ya mamo akwaba edmoba PENDREAM TV so me pacho oba pe bon modern se oba subscribe to the channel no amaye no. Now we are no one like video no one share to other platforms ama omoso so anya bia hwe abusia sa wo subscribe ya eboa ma yaduma no etumi etumpon nanim eboa enti na de bia na yesere se subscribe mine abusia enne ensem bi ni nam a me pese ye ka ho asem kakra jandam bi a NPP fo bi nam a omotugu system num mfuturo bi ya ye tu agu Ghana fo ani so say omo epese Ghana fo fili say dollar na eba fo mu no enye NDC aban nye omampeni John Dramani Mahama ena enye finance minister ato forcing ena omo eye adwuma papa bia amade eba no eba omo pese omo kire mu say ye ekoso no eye wiase nyina ena eye America fo ena tariffs na wiase tariffs no mo de abeto to countries bi so ema omo ne China fo nya problem na nsen no ena ama omo dollar no a depreciate ena ama affect the whole world until the whole world na omo sikasam ekofom fence dollar na ekofom na nya Ghana nkwa abusiafo ena me no kasa sa jandam no ya killing no sa jandam no ya killing no ni nyina ene se enne a me no mo kasa no adansidie ewo ho a me no mo kasa yi ukọ counties ahodo a atwa Ghana ho ahia omo currency no depreciate ema dollar no enya ahoden ena me no mo kasa na busuafo ukọ Nigeria sisia Nigeria pacho ye be kind story bi afri eye BLOOMBERG for ho e de akyerew na wahu de BLOOMBERG so kafa Ghana eye yisikasam BLOOMBERG abe e de asama beto de graphic aka ho asam na mepese ye be ko ne akoka nti no mepese ye hwe Nigeria said your almost so naira no eko against the fence and the dollar ni enfan compare ade abusiafo Nigeria dollar ni fence sika almost sika sam ni eso say na eko naira no as at February March na naira enam 14 fence uhia 14 naira na udi enya fence 1004 naira na udi enya fence dollar no $1 and na me no kasa sisi ano ashutu ade akọ 1006.979 naira uhia 1006 ansa no wanya $1 enne ame no kasa yi enti obi a obedi ntro aka kire wo se dollar no depreciate awo Africa county no nyina no ntro me no kasa yi counties a ewo Ghana Africa ha nyina dodo na obi a efole abusiafo obi a efole na me pese me de enwoma bi ekirew na wote de yeye no ase ene Ghana ye Cedi no anase me kan say ye Cedi no yes Ghana Cedi no ena me no mu kasa yi asan abafom enie ene ate e de aba 13.19 ade no ba na eba fom 13.19 cedis ena wuhia de anya $1 we ena omampanyina Akufo Addo ne ba omia penso etimi shutu ya kodru almost 20 cedis abusia ene esan aba ese bafom ade fole bafom oti ase bafom enti obi a obedi entro ede a kire wo se ya na asese no eye kontompo na otwa onim ne nipa no oka osi cedis appreciation not a 9-day wonder it will be sustained at forcing. Obra na Joy News for an interview. Na some more can say there be Cedi na depreciating. Ma obi anya na adwene say bibi hu like kwa say there be adwene na akum adwene ene ye dia kum eni nti ena ma muhu de muhu no. Na ma obia anya na adwene say ebese abeshutu akosoro there be enshutu nkosoro. Ba na afi ebekoso abafom ebeba foma ba mo anhwe ya abusia every say NDC be free power no na dollar and na be 5 cedis. I'm telling you, Ghana for afi na moba be hu amambuo papa, afi na Ghana for moba be hu amambuo papa na mbaje ka Ghana for ya ema cedi no ba fom no omanpanyini Mahama ne efene say ato force modi ato fom a ama de yehunu meba be kirikiri mu e de akire mu. Yes, meba be kirikiri mu e de akire ma ansa na no me pese yekọ na yekọ kan Bloomberg for story a omaye e de afa Ghana ho, Ghana currency. Bloomberg enye sabi ekuo ketwa e international body na enne Bloomberg a omo de meka ne se sikasemu na debia omo hwehwe omo no eba no business dia any records, facts and figures you can do away with them. Abusuya Bloomberg and someone omo de abetu dwa no eno na me pese yekọ kan kakra na yesan eba yenkotie asamu a Bloomberg Bloomberg echiremu a say Ghana Cedi named world's best performing currency, or say Ghana Cedi named world best performing currency by Bloomberg. We a graphic.com and I make kind idea free. And they are and a story no or more or say Ghana Cedi named world best performing currency by Bloomberg. Young kind story no na yintie graphic story no eka. Graphic story so said the Ghana Cedi has been named the world's best performing currency this month after appreciating nearly 16% against the US dollar since the start of April 2025 per Bloomberg. The currency's rally has helped ease inflationary pressures, contributing to Ghana's lowest inflation rate in 8 months. As of today, the Cedi is trading at 13.4 against the dollar. Consumer price inflation fell to 21.2% in April, down from 22.4% in March. Government statistician Hassan Idrisu announced in Accra on Wednesday monthly price increase slowed to 0.8%, driven largely by falling import costs due to the Cedi's strength. Non-food inflation dropped to 17.9% from 18.7%, while food inflation also eased, declining to 25% from 26.5%. A rally in the Cedi reduced the cost of imports, Idrisu confirmed, crediting the currency's appreciation with driving much of the recent inflation relief. Bloomberg data showed that since the beginning of April, the Cedi has outpaced all global currencies in terms of gains against the US dollar. Bloomberg data showed that since the beginning of April, the Cedi has outpaced all the global currencies in terms of gains against the US dollar, bolstering consumer confidence and easing pressure on the cost of imported goods. Despite this progress, analysts say it's unlikely that the Bank of Ghana will rush to lower interest rates at its upcoming policy meeting. It tightened at its last meeting to mop up any excess liquidity, said Dr. Ajapoma Jeke Dako, an economist and senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School. So now, the central bank action going forward may not readily reduce monetary policy rates yet, because there might still be same threats to inflation coming from the hikes in utility prices. The Monetary Policy Committee had surprised markets in March with a 100 basis point hike, raising the key rate to 28% as part of efforts to stabilize prices. The central bank has indicated it will continue to assess inflation trends before easing its stance. Easier monetary conditions could rekindle inflationary pressures, warned Mark Bloomberg, senior credit analyst at Red Intelligence, cautioning that the Bank of Ghana may hold off on any near-term rate cuts. However, there is cautious optimism for rate relief later in the year if disinflation continues, as the Monetary Authority sees the next reading of inflation and we see declines. The committee will reassess the scope for a gradual easing in the policy stance, Governor Johnson Asiama said following the March meeting. Inflation in Ghana has remained above the central bank target bond of 6% to 10% since September 2021, following a debt crisis that triggered a sharp depreciation in the cedi and sent import costs soaring. The PMC forecast inflation could fall to around 16% by the end of 2025 and gradually return to the target range by the second quarter of 2026. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, which is working closely with Ghana under a support program, also expressed optimism. It makes us very confident that inflation is going to go down in the next few months toward the program objectives, said Stephanie Rudet, IMF mission chief to Ghana, during a recent briefing in Washington. As the West African nation continues efforts to restore economic stability, the resurgence of the cedi has emerged as a bright spot, both a symbol and a tool of recovery. For 80 way graphic story, ena mako kind edi amount we a graphic story. For 80 way chira was say Ghana ha me no kasa sisia no ye currency no we ba wiase nyina Ghana currency no na nya ahode a ekutia dollar no, according to Bloomberg report. It is a kwatisa obi sabi nanum keka no na ototo jandam bi gugu space ni say na omoboa na enya Mahama bia na ema dollar ne ba fom na yes China fo ne America fo ntokwa no na ama dollar ne kofuma si wo mu hu eyentro abusafo eyentro enya no kre enya no kre eyentro na ye didi a kirew manjindi abusia Ghana ba bia ya dru no awose Ghana ni bia gitum se yanya omampin ni papa. Ghana ba bia ya dru no awose Ghana ni bia gitum se yanya ministers papa, yanya nkrofo a sabi mɛka so ɔmo adwene mu dɔ a ɔmo betumi aboa atumi apusi ama Ghana asa afa ne ntoma pa afira ɛnyɛ by any accident ɛna ama nea muhu no muhu adenti ɛna ɛnɛ Ghana Cedi no etumi yɛ den ɛba soro na dollar na ekɔfam abusua ni nyinaa ne sɛ ɔmampanyini Akufo-Addo sorry ɔmampanyini Mahama ansa na ɔba bɛba abɛfa ɛyɛ abanwa konya no atena so no ɔne ne partyfoɔ ɛtena ase dwene ho sɛ deɛ ne ebetumi ayɛ a enti ebetumi aboa yɛ na ama ama yesika sɛm a apagya kɔsoro no yɛbɛtumi yɛba ne yɛsɛ yɛbɛso mu a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ama no akɔ fam abusuafoɔ saa asɛm yi ɛbɛtɔ ɔmampanyini Mahama ne ne NDC foɔ no anim no nea ɔmo di saa adeɛ ne sɛ ɛnneɛ sɛ te saa adeɛ a ɔmo ɛba a ɔmo bɛsɛte biribi a yɛfɛ no gold board n'adwuma a ɔbɛyɛ ne sɛ sɛdeɛ yɛwɔ cocoa board a Ghana cocoa nyinaa wodɔ a any individual ntimi nsɔre ɛmfa Ghana gold sɛ cocoa sɛ ɔkɔ aburukyire akɔtɔn na mmom sɛ saa nipa no ɛde fa aban so na aban atɔ afiri nipa no nkyɛn na aban mmom akɔtɔn gold no na ɛso mfasoɔ no abɛyɛ aban deɛ na woso sika ɛwɔ mu no woso so aban de ama as okuani no afei efi nnɛkɔ no Mahama ne n'aban so yɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo so ba gold no ɔmo bɛgye ɔmo bɛtɔ ɔmo bɛsɛte board bi a saa board no na adwuma a ɔbɛyɛ no sɛ ɔno so ɔbɛboa ɛfɛn sɛ ɔbɛtotɔ gold ne nyinaa firi ɛyɛ ɛfɛn ne sɛn nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmo etu mefa sɛ small scale miners ne ɛho keka ho nyinaa no yɛbɛgye saa gold ne nyinaa firi ɔmo nkyɛn yɛbɛtɔ firi ɔmo nkyɛn direct na aban ankasa akɔtɔn saa gold no ɛwɔ abɔnten nti aban kɔtɔn gold no ba a ɛso mfasoɔ nyinaa bɛdane aban ɛdea abusuafoɔ ɛso mfasoɔ no ɛbɛdane aban dea ɛna sɛ ɛkɔba ne sɛ aban etumi ɛyɛ saa adeɛ no na afei ɔno kɔtɔn gold no na sɛ sika no ɛba a saa dollar na wɔde ɔkɔtɔn yɛn na wɔde ba no sɛ saa dollar no yɛde bɛhyɛ yɛ sika mu a deɛ ɛbɛyɛ ne sɛ ɛbɛ boost yɛ economy no ama dollar no yɛ Cedi no ɛho abɛyɛ den because ɛba ne saa na dollar no bɛba abɛdɔɔso ɛwɔ system no mu enti yɛn nko ntɔkwa mpere sɛ obi akɔpɛ dollar ne bi atɔ ne yɛn nya bi because anytime they bon say dollar no issue to na ɛkɔ soro na Cedi ne brɛ no is when dollar no abɛyɛ scarce abɛyɛ ketekete bi na afei nipa dodoɔ na pɛ dollar ɛde akɔdi dwa eti ɛba ne saa na kyɛ sɛ dollar no ne ho ayɛ ne den because nipa bebree mo pɛ me atɔ me so ba scarce enti no ɛba ne saa na kyɛ sɛ ɔwɔ no kɔ soro sɛ ne bɛyɛ obetumi nya nkrɔfo ama yɛatɔ no enti sɛ kɔba sɛ okay dollar no bɛdɔɔso wɔ system no mu a dollar no mmom no bɛkɔ fam because dollar no abusu ama afei Cedi no ɛho ɛyɛ den Cedi no abɛdɔɔso wɔ system no mu ɛkora ɛkyɛn dollar no deɛ a ɛndeɛ na ɛkyɛ sɛ dollar no ɛwɔ sɛ woba fam akɔyɛ te sɛ memfa no sɛ Ghana ha plantain na sɛ mɛka no sɛ bɔɔdeɛ ne mmara so yɛdɔ bɔɔdeɛ na sɛ ne brɛ so sɛ yɛtwa bɔɔdeɛ a wobɛkɔ market no wobɛtumi atɔ bɔɔdeɛ duro baako bɛyɛ bi a memfa no sɛ 10 cedis anaa 20 cedis 15 cedis bɔɔdeɛ duro baako but sɛ kɔyɛ scarce na sɛ bɔɔdeɛ no ɛɛsa a wobɛkɔ no yɛtumi yi bɔɔdeɛ bɛtem mmienu ɛde ma 20 cedis 30 cedis adɛntira because bɔɔdeɛ no bi nni hɔ wote aseɛ enti gold board no sɛ ɔmo totɔ gold no free nkrɔfo etu gold no free Ghana mu hanom a na sɛ ɔmo kɔtɔn a mfaso a ɛbɛba ne sika ɛbɛnya free mu nyinaa no yɛyɛ de ba ɛyɛ dollar ne yɛde ba Tie de be share economy mu na eboa ema dollar no eye mre oye weak. Ti se dollar no ye weak a Cedi no ne ho be den. Eti bi ne mo kasa na busuafo NDC amanyokuo no eba na nsen yayi. NDC amanyokuo ye ba na nsen yayi no. Dollar no atumi efense gold board no atumi ahwe anya sika ama enne sika abedi yaman ni mu no akoye bo abusua akoye bo chese enna me no mu kase Ghana check isa efense report or say Ghana's gold exports for first 4 months of 2025 hit $2.7 billion. Nansenya NDC for ba power. You started say yeah jid gold no ya toto ni yanka say ya koton e de ehu sika ba Ghana. Abusua emfaso a Ghana yenya na ene da ho no. $2.7 billion just 4 months into 4 months. 4 months abusua Ghana anya $2.7 billion. Sika ye kenye sika ketwa o. Sa sika wenti ena kufu adode ye ko IMF no. Me fa na say IMF ni ya just $3 billion pe o. $3 billion pen na ye hia free IMF a. IMF ema yen first instructions bebre enti ene eye ban krampo no ana embargo da abai so ontumi mfa workers amene mu kase ne ubekọ nurses a omu from 2020 up to now bimugu omu da so go yem post to omu 2021 nurses 2022 nurses 2023 nurses 2024 nurses omu nyina go yentimi post omu all because IMF at the ban at the ato Ghana so because of $3 billion a year from Muncheno. That is the conditionality a daho. Ye wo nyoma bi ha untumi nye okoka ho a enya ade a obetumi ayeden aye abusua sa wo de wo ho ekodom sa IMF ya ye wo conditions bi wo honom a ye de beto so a enya ade a obetumi ayeden fence aye de wo pe enti menimu kasa yi no abusua Ghana sa 3 billion ti aye koye no senkana Akufo-Addo wo sa 2.7 billion nanka Akufo-Addo ne na pamfo no e wa adwene a o metumi dia raise sa sika we ankoma anko IMF there be se na nkomo wa adwene pa anko betumi raise sa sika we kom koye den e wo IMF and then just within 4 months just within 4 months Mahama government has been able to raise $2.7 billion. So 4 months in pony yet gold board ya nansia sami jemfi da no yet in nansia no so Ghana nya 2.7 billion. You can imagine within 1 year sikado do a bit me feel one maba. Enti Ghana Cedis na eko soro ne ho ye den no we na eko so sa efe saying magic ni nyina ena NPP for one person omo dada Ghana for say America efe saying America China war. Can you imagine? Because omo NPP for no omo de bia they want to offense credit any offense damage or any problem to some external economic forces be and offense saying Ukraine offense saying Russia war and ama ye ho chie and China ye say COVID and ama ye ho chie and no mu disika no omo boa e ntro. They are liars. As you know, they just want to find a way of discrediting Mahama's effort. Na yankasa enya Mahama na eye abusua Mahama na eye enunti na ne BLOOMBERG report aba watch I said the whole world Ghana sika na ne ho aye den chen dollar. Ghana sika na ne ho aye dia otumi kutia dollar Ghana sika. Bloomberg report we graphic na me kan story no e de kire mo no graphic enye daily guide graphic Bloomberg story Bloomberg omo report o ma ye de abeto no e kire say Ghana ene ye currency no and they had the most strongest currency in the whole world. And it say Russia and first say China and America war and of course ama Cedi no sorry dollar no IMR. A ban is saying Abusia a ban is saying and Ebeba say Ghana and Kwana and Hawaii dia the whole world the because Ghana sika and Hawaii din $10. Abusiafo Ebeba saying and to obia o 2 sound futuro dia gu Ghana for and mo see who ayantro jandam mamu njindi enya no kure abusia sawo economy mu nyansa ni nimdia e wasa wo krampo sa ansam no kra omo ka no uhuru omo na wo ka che omo se da bi mu nim ne omo ka tie sa wo se China any America for abusuya sa wo se China any America for ntokwa nti na ama dollar no ho echi na abusuya tie o wo say no nti na China ho efense dollar no ho chi no na dollar na depreciate ya tie na che so omo nte economy ase se ye ka se oman bi depreciate ya oman bi sika depreciate ya it means that sa oman no ni sika no kosoro enti Ghana ha se ye ka se Ghana cedis is depreciating na HSS sika ye hia de akoto ade no e wo se den e kosoro nti me fa no say Cedi no depreciate na se fia first nanka ebia uhia 12 cedis e de nya $1 because Cedi no depreciate nti ana Cedi no ho chi nti no after you need 16 cedis to get $1 what ne me kana say so uhia because a dollar no a Cedi no ho chi nti e Cedi no adja depreciation nti e wo say sika no ho chi no nti se sika no ho chi no de na kire say so now we have 10 cedis ansa no wanya $1 sa 10 cedis no Jisa ube hia be 15 or 16 cedis no wetumi de $1 nti anytime bia bon say na cedis no mom kosoro because Cedi no depreciate unya Cedi ni bi na wo de akoto nti de bia na Cedi no fence kosoro so what you say enti wo hu say Cedi say ashuti akodru fence 17 against the dollar na che say Cedi is depreciating because dollar no emom ho ye din and Cedi no bre enti so obi ka kire wo say dollar no depreciate dollar no ho china then the other kire say e was say obia o use dollar to trade ti say counties am use dollar no e di trade no mo dollar no mum no e be kosoro because you need the dollar to go and do the trading it dollar say ne ho chine dia then let say dollar no e was say enka ye mum ye ho chi e mo what am I say? I was here, mum, you want cheer more because dollar no has to rise. What you say? But amount for antiasie and ye two jandam. Edigu amount for any say a no mum and a massa and your man a coso. And in Nigeria or Sabi, ono dia oni fancy we are say Hana, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Burkina Faso, fancy other West African countries, any African countries, no, omo de omo nye countries omo wiase a, other no omo de omo sika no and appreciate, and omo sika no dodo na sika depreciate na Ghana de ekosoro. Adenti na Bloomberg say the whole world Ghana and sika na ho de kutia FN saying Cedi no, FN say dollar no, e kire wo say nkrofo no eyentro abusia gold board a Ghana for Mahama kofa aba no Ghana ya jinkwa. I'm telling you, gold board no Ghana ya jinkwa. I'm telling you. Ayada mitimi dwene wa say enti sa adwene we na ekosha hefa ene anya obia president bia free Kwame Nkrumah penso ya nya president bia se be obetuma adwene sa de we hu say adenti ne ma ho kwan ma amanfo be tu ye gold ko ne nya so mfaso ye tu ye gold no kokwa ye nya so mfaso bia adenti na wo say ba na sa na enye sabiti kese e bo adwen aku Mahama tikese bo adwen Mahama ena nyame aso no daye ama enne watumi anya sa idea we said there be say yo cocoa board dia ye gold board na ono no onye intermediator ema eye nkrofo mo pe gold bi ato ti wo na wo so pe gold ato a ewo Ghana na wo betu gold wo Ghana so ye foreign country whatever you are no so wo to gold na say wo to me say wo ton gold ma amanonefo ne ho ade da bi ensi biem oman na nkasa beto gold no na oman na to gold no ade akọ amanone emfaso ebeba no oman so benya ede asiesue ne man abusia senya Mahama ne benya sa idea we di aba why na this idea we bebre wo imagine say just within 4 months Ghana nya $2.7 billion. Sasika we akufu adu hu sasika we na wonya sakwan we sasika we a nko IMF koma nko IMF ukuta sasika we a na within a year just obetumi anya beye me fa no se beye $10 billion a year na sabuja se Ghana yetumi nya $10 billion a year adenti na mpuntu djuma tumi emma Ghana adenti na Ghana yentumi nya Ghana yie ma Ghana ndiye adenti na dollar entumi ma form adenti na man for businesses entumi nkoso adenti na wase mpuntu abusua nti Mahama ena ye adwuma no mama obia ena dawo ema obia ni ntro enkyerɛw na Mahama oba adwuma nkasa nyame na aso no daye abusua uyi enu free hono ma gold board ni free hono ma ne etoso biem a esan ma dollar no ekɔ form say dollar no wo kye na ekɔ form ne nse abusua enna me no mo kasa yi expenditure na aban ede expendi ewo Ghana ha sika aban die ewo Ghana ha Mahama achem 2 ene o check ministers na Akufo-Addo kuta 122 ministers, including deputy ministers. And then Mahama tisu who amana bafom and in nam beye offense saying 56 ministers pe. Inti imagine said do na e ka ho no senka omo ka ho a omo sika nke be ko omo nchen. Abusha imagine omusika nke be ko mo nchen sika wose ye de koma omo ka se wose omo dam o marketua calculate kambom eya esen enne sa sika ni nyina abegda aban fotom eda ho ereste uye ni firi ho no mo a enka budget a ye de ma memfa no say Flagstaff House nkoa the seat of the president nkoa Akufo-Addo abre apen so e chen kroi Mahama chemu mienu tum na nse ya se yankase ehui independence celebration kwanya Mahama fa so e celebrate no sika ni spend o chemu hum e masa amfa so nyina eguo ma Ghana. There are so many expenditure. Now first, expenses are now on my ya, and then Mahama is on your money in every free honor. Ghost names near home, ya yinning nephew ama and then Cedi no one bear deal system. Cause unya yendin rough yendin yafu a cron for no, say ubia ya pamo na kugufi. Enti nti na ama dollar no eba fom na ebe koso aba fom ama Ghana fo behu se aban papa wo fie na mo a mo sori ana party ne de omu nyina ye pe politicians ne de omu nyina ye pe no mo de asua nyansa politicians ne nyina nye pe da they are not pe mo me yanka no kren fan kire mo your politicians o mo ba mo be di Ghana sika ne o mo ba mo be Ghana yie Akufo-Addo mo ba mo be say o man no NPP fo ba mo be di sika no ma say o man no mo ko NDC ba mo be ye ni yie evidence wo ho 2016 ansa na Mahama free saying Abaimu akono na Ghana was the second largest economy in West Africa about the same and Akufo-Addo be so na fe de ne yeda to about the same abusia about the same Mahama ba be free 2016 na Cedi so no enam $3.9 about the same the bedru saying 17 cities koya ko hiti 20 cities about the same Akufo-Addo abusia about the same moma yanka no kura nkyira mo enye the same parties no the same politicians are not the same NPP for and edi bone moma yanka nkyira mo say NPP for mo ya akromfo Akufo-Addo ne na pamfo ne achim mafias no mo ya akromfo yanka nsi o manim. Let's call a spade and call a spoon a spoon. Mama yanka no kra emfansi o manim eno ene de sabe periperi ye mpuntuo yedie nkanko ebebre o man Ghana obushafo ha PENDREAM TV. Make sure so because I subscribe to the channel na wa like it video no ede amayen o like we are now was share to other platforms. Send me almost so able to me anyabi ahwe. Abusha PENDREAM TV yesi edamu yopo.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.